more about this stuff than I do.
Yes. Oh man, my camera's like all dorked up.
No, it's
too.
great.
Well, I could scooch over.
Hi,
this.
welcome to Texas Toast.
Come on, man.
I'll be there.
So can you go that way a little bitty bit?
You want me to just move the whole?
Yeah, come back
match?
and then over. Keep going over. Nice. Okay, perfect. Actually, Chris, can we scooch back a tick again? We got to get the Odyssey Beer Works sign in there because Chris and Dina are here. No, just straight back. There you go. That's great. Excellent.
Yeah, we want to make sure we're getting our plug.
Hey, I got your plug right here. Yeah.
Is it right here?
Yeah. Hey, picked you up something nice.
Hey, got you something
What?
good.
Can't hear? Let me turn it up.
All right. Hey, everybody. This is Matt. We're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching. We've got a shop full of folks, and we've got a super cool reveal for you tonight. And Chris and I even have matching new shirts.
We do, with no holes.
No holes, hardly any dust. And
I told myself I wasn't going to get dusty today.
and
And the first thing I did was get dusty.
what'd you do? Yeah.
I was in the other shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, just walking in, you get dusty.
So we've got a special guest. We've got a super cool reveal and a really incredible offer that I want to talk to you guys about. Link in the description below. So, Chris, what are you drinking there?
Oh,
That's a big beer. That's a Chris size beer.
it looks big, but it's only 8 ounces.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It makes your hand look really small.
It does. Yeah, this is the reverse Andre the Giant beer.
Hey, let's take a quick super chat from Doug, who asks,
Which Doug?
Slacker Deluxe,
Okay.
who asks, hey, Matt, what's a good feet per minute setting for a bandsaw? Just bought one, gonna assemble tomorrow morning when it's cooler. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad you got a cool bandsaw. All of our bandsaws have one speed, whatever it comes with. Yours might have, like if you bought one that's capable of doing metal work, you're going to set that on the slow. If you're cutting metal, you want it to go slow. If you're cutting wood, you want it to go fast. Cool.
Yeah, ours doesn't turn crazy fast.
Oh, and also you need to switch blades if you're doing metal or wood.
Yeah.
So,
It's way finer teeth when you're doing metal, right?
yeah. You can cut wood with a metal one. Okay. But you can't really go the other way around.
No.
Yeah. So congratulations on the new bandsaw, sir. So then what, Chris?
Yes.
Do you think Short Fat Lawyer is watching?
Oh, I hope so.
Because Chris came out of the refrigerator with this and he said,
Right? Is he watching?
I don't know.
Check it out, right?
Check it out.
Check
right?
it out, right?
Right.
Right?
Yeah. I know every time I start doing that, I can't stop doing
Yeah,
that.
it's not a good idea. I actually brought that up. My buddy Craig was hanging out with he and his girlfriend, and she'd never heard the Short Fat Lawyer stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like, tell me about that one student, because we were talking about classes. Tell me about that one student. And the guy from Texas. I was like, which guy? And then he mentioned something. And I was like, oh, Short Fat Lawyer.
Short Fat Lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, and then that other thing that he did, and it took me a while, and then I remembered it, and now it's just always on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah. So thanks a lot.
So the recession specials are going fast. We are actually sending one to Hong Kong, China.
Mm-hmm. First thing Monday.
Yes.
Second thing Monday.
What's the first thing? Breakfast burritos?
Yeah, crackers. Yeah.
Good idea. So that's super cool. Bunch of people are asking about it. I think the recession special is going to be it's going to be cooler than a fried bologna sandwich, a moon pie, and a Pabst Blue Ribbon for $5. So what else?
And I actually
Chris?
like all those things.
I do too.
Yeah.
I like my moon pies in the microwave because then they taste like a s'more.
I'm afraid I'm going to overcook it.
Dude, we had
waste my whatever the deal was. A third of my $8 or whatever. Right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, how much is a Pabst Blue Ribbon anywhere you go anyway? It's like $5 for that. So
well, it is now.
You don't get a fried bologna sandwich and a moon pie, that's for sure.
Back in the old days.
Maybe.
Yeah. $2 cans was kind of the standard thing.
Listen, you know who we had in the shop today?
Yes.
It was pretty unreal. Cesar Rosas from Los Lobos
was here
in the shop today, hanging out with us, telling stories about basically everything and talking about guitars. He hung out with us for a long time.
Yeah. And I think up until he walked in, we weren't 100% sure it was the real guy.
No, I actually knew it was.
I wasn't.
Here's how you know. He still had an AOL account. Only old guys have AOL accounts. Yeah, I have one too, Brian. Yeah,
he seemed pretty dialed in. He was working his phone pretty hard. Maybe that's just the way he wants people to get a hold of him that he's not real sure about.
Maybe,
that's his,
like me.
Yeah, his filter is his AOL account.
Yeah. You know who else also has an AOL account?
Gary Busey.
Yeah. Yes. And Scott Hall from Fu Manchu still rocks the AOL account.
Scott Hall.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I thought you meant Scott Hall, Razor Ramon.
No.
He doesn't have one anymore.
I don't think he does.
You know why?
Yeah. Why?
Because he died.
Oh yeah. So anyway, so we have a special guest and we have a super cool reveal, and we've got an excellent story about the super cool reveal. And like I said, we've got a really awesome deal for everybody who sees this reveal guitar, because everybody who sees it is like, how do I get one? How do I get one? So anyway, we're going to talk.
And I don't know all that much about who's getting it. So
who's getting one?
No, who's getting this one?
Oh, dude, I know all about it. I'm going to tell you.
So I'm just going to step aside and we're going to let Jim up here because he knows. He's kind of the impetus for this guitar.
He absolutely.
So much of this guitar, I don't know anything about. It's like all of a sudden, I want to put a Charlie Christian pickup in a guitar.
And you're like, okay, cool.
Okay, yeah. What's that going to involve?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the pickup. Okay, make a template. Okay, make a template. And yeah, I don't know anything about all of this stuff. And then you say, oh well, Jim is kind of the impetus for this guitar.
Here's what I will tell you guys: is I can tell you this much right now, but I want to keep it a big secret because it's the really cool thing. This guitar you will see this guitar on tour very, very soon. Okay.
Well, that makes me accept it's not left-handed.
Nope, it's not. Oh yeah, Caesar's not getting it.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So can I move?
Yes.
Okay.
Jim, are you ready, sir? Okay. So as promised, the one, the only, Jimmy is in the house. Hi, Jim.
Hi.
It is terrific to have you here, sir.
It's been a while.
Well, you and I talked about having you on for a live stream for a while. And I thought, well, this would be a cool one because this guitar was your idea. And so I'm going to show it off and you help me with the reveal.
Okay.
And maybe you can tell everybody about what we're calling the Challenger Deluxe. And so what was the whole
premise?
Yeah, what's the big idea with the Challenger Deluxe? This is light. Actually.
Well, I think we were talking about the Challenger, and you were saying, "Hey, do you have any ideas for any mods or anything, something different?" And I think I asked you if you had ever seen the John Lennon Les Paul Jr. that he played at Madison Square Garden in 1972. And it had a Charlie Christian pickup in the neck position and a P90 in the bridge. And I don't know if you remember that or not.
It's one of those things where I know I've seen it because there's a classic image of him. He's got like a army shirt with a piece, a patch on it, and he's got that guitar.
Yep.
And I always thought it was the same one that like the Bob Marley guitar, which it wasn't.
No.
But it was, and it had the Charlie Christian in it. And I think Gibson made some reproductions of that.
They did
for a while.
Yeah, back in I'm gonna screw it up. I'm not even gonna say the date. But so that guitar was redone by Gibson. But a cool thing about the Charlie Christian pickup is it wasn't like a thing till he came around in like 19.
It was in the 20s.
35.
I was going to say 36.
Okay.
I think it's 35, and then Gibson didn't actually acknowledge it as a Charlie Christian pickup till like 1973.
And he's not the guy who developed this. He was the first guy to have it in his guitar.
Right.
I forget the actual guy's name who came up with this, but this was like on a lap steel or a steel, one of those Hawaiian.
Right.
Okay. So what we've done here is we've taken our standard Challenger model, which comes complete with the TTG headstock, Hipshot open gear tuners. This one has maple binding on the neck, a rosewood fretboard. This has a Pete Biltoft. He's the guy who makes all the super cool, like custom Charlie Christian pickup reproductions. A Dylan P90 Hipshot fixed bridge string through, and at your
Sick.
yeah, you said you should make this clear.
Because how cool is that? Look at.
Yeah, that's all part of the pickup assembly.
So Chris, tell us about this.
Yeah. Oh, and you also said tortoise would look
yeah,
good on
it
there,
should
too.
have tortoise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jim said it should have some, and there's a bunch of dust on it.
Dust.
It got all dusty. So
In this shop?
from what I understand, flip it back around. So the defining characteristic is the shape of this pickup and the 3 screws. And I think the 3 screws is because he took this pickup out of a lap steel and slid it into his jazz box because he was playing in
right.
a like a swing or like a jazz, kind of orchestra situation. And when they'd say "Go Charlie, go," he couldn't go.
Oh,
Right.
Nobody could hear him because he was playing an acoustic.
And
guitar.
he would kill it. Like you listen to him, like he's
Yeah,
back in the
well,
day. He
yeah,
was the he
And
was the
so
hot
he
shot.
pulled one of these out of a lap steel, which was an electrified thing, and jammed it into the top of his jazz box guitar.
Yeah.
And it mounts this way. And if you look up Charlie Christian pictures, it's always defined by those 3 bolts.
Well, and
And
that was kind of the
that-
big thing is I wanted
shape.
to show off the bolts.
Yeah.
And Jim and Chris were like, let's show off more than the bolts. Let's show
So,
off the
yeah.
whole mechanism inside there.
How cool is that?
Yeah. So we got it all done, and I was going to make a cover out of well, they were going to be black, but and then it was like I kind of want to show all that stuff off
Dude,
because it's
that's
just
sick.
a giant hole in the back of this guitar with
Mhm.
a pickup in it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So this has a Honduran mahogany back with a maple top.
Gorgeous.
It's got, I don't know where all that dust is coming from. It's got our reveal binding, and this is finished, Jim, in our DTF Elite Sunburst finish. And this was something that you really liked, the satin finish. And I'm like, you know what? I like it too. So we came up with this finish, but this is basically just our challenger. Now, dig this. Chris and I went to lunch today, and I'm like, you know what I want to do? Because everybody who sees this guitar goes, wow, it's so cool. It's so rad. It's amazing. I really like that. And I'm like, what if for the rest of July, what if for the rest of July and all of August, we do a pre-sale? You can, for $100, you can get in on one of these. So $100 down and tell me more, right? So for $100 down, there's a link in the description below. It's ready to go. Link in the description below. For $100, you can get on the list, and we're going to start making these right away. So you can pay it off a little bit as you go. You can pay it off at the very, very end. You can pay it all off, whatever's easiest for you. Whoever wants to buy one. Like I said, $100 down, and we're going to start making these because I think this model is kind of going to be a defining model for us.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I know a lot of these guys on the chat
Sure.
and stuff. They're the whole Texas Toast family are really, really cool. You have no idea how cool this guitar is.
It's
That is actually true.
unfreaking believable up close.
Yeah.
Unfreaking believable.
Wait till you
It's
play it.
gorgeous.
Seeing it in person is way different.
Brian, you and I talked
Yeah.
last week. We were like, holy shit, this thing is unbelievable. It is
Wait till
gorgeous.
you-
But
yeah.
turn it over again.
yeah.
Yeah.
The burst on the neck.
The burst on the neck is unreal.
Look at that.
Well, and wait until you sit down and play it.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
in your hand, and
Yeah.
you look, and you're like,
So the one thing I asked Chris was,
What do you mean?
so who did the pickup? The Charlie Christian?
This is a Pete Biltoff pickup.
Oh, okay. So
He's got a vintage vibe pickups.
Okay, so Charlie Christian pickups are known for having hum to them when you're in that position. But I haven't played this one yet. But these guys said that it's good to go. So gorgeous guitar.
So will you hold this for a second?
Yeah.
So I want to tell you, Jim, about the people involved in this. So I want to read this so I get the names right. So let me tell you who bought this guitar. Brian and Laura, Dylan and Leslie, Doug, Dave, Gary and Doc, Softy, Mark and Jackie, Doc and KT, Bernie and Carrie, Chris and Dina, Joy and her boys, and Matt and Chris. And so the new owner of the JJJ Challenger Deluxe is in fact JJJ.
Woo! Yeah!
I had to lie my butt off when Brian was in here last time.
He was sitting here. He's telling me it's going to England. I can't tell you who it is, but it's going to England.
Well, let me ask you, will it be on tour anytime soon?
Yep. You fucker.
So, Jim, this guitar is absolutely a signature of something that is, I think, very decidedly Jim Jam Jimmy.
Yep.
And yeah, so I think that wait till you see the case.
It's the plainest one we have.
It's
Oh,
so
you're
yeah,
killing me, man.
you should plug it in at some point and
Yeah.
and play it and see if this has any hum to it.
You're fucking killing me. Dude,
We love you, man.
love you too, man.
So yeah, so all of your friends and everybody who ever meets you is always taken by you and wants to hang around with you, and we want to keep you around as long as we can. So yeah, so we thought, well, maybe we'll just get you a new guitar. So you know.
Fucker. I'm gonna apologize because they're pumping me full of hormones right now. So and so I'm crying like a freaking 13-year-old schoolgirl.
Stop! I'm gonna start. Yeah.
I don't know what to say, man. I honestly don't know what to say.
Well, don't say anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
When I told everybody,
Unbelievable.
at the so like Doc and Don
Doc
and Gary
Doc,
and
Don, Gary.
all the Dangerous Brothers,
Hey,
Dave
whoever
and Doc,
whoever
and, yeah.
whoever was
Doug.
in on this, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
And it was we were at Odyssey Beer Works, the great American beer works, and Joy was like Duck and KT and some other people. Oh, here's the car. They want to do something cool for Jim, and I'm like, hey, I know the perfect thing. So yeah. So what is the finish okay? Because I know you wanted it red.
You fucker! you texted me and asked me. I wanted it. You're killing me.
Well, because I know you didn't want a sunburst. and I'm like,
no,
you know what? This
man.
needs a sunburst. So yeah.
No, I said John Lennon's guitar was, it was that classic
Yeah.
Les Paul Jr. red.
Yeah.
And then you asked me, you said,
What about
you said, what do you like? You like a glossy finish or a satin finish on your guitars? I just wanted your opinion.
Yeah.
And I said,
Well, I did.
You-
I genuinely
you
did. Yeah.
Man, oh man.
Let's see, let's-
You're killing me, dude.
Well, let's go to the comment section. And so Greg says, congratulations. Loring says he's tearing up. Dan says, way cool. Slacker Deluxe. Doug says, congrats, JJJ. Rich says, that's awesome. Yeah, so like hey, Raul is here. Hey, Raul. Ben is here. Jimmy Devine is here. Ben Duncan is here. Lefty O. Richard Edwards. Melissa Vess.
Yeah.
Too cool. So who's that? Who's that?
That's Lissa. Hi.
Gary Redburn, NSJ Guitars, aka Scotsman. Guys, if I'm missing any names, Ryan Ellis is here. Michael, Tim Stevens. I'm just going through, and I'm probably missing some names, but thank you to everybody who was in on this and didn't spill the beans. Because so Leslie had to work the hardest to not spill the beans.
You knew it?
I only knew for a few days. She had to get in. 'Cause I
Wow.
wasn't yeah, I had to tell her.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So pick it up. Let me see what do you think?
Are you gonna sleep with it tonight? I'm probably gonna have sex with it. Are you kidding me?
I don't know if you noticed, but so Chris is doing this thing where we call it Frenching in the output jack. Check it out. So the jack is it's actually recessed into the body. So you can give that a rim job if you want. I think
Okay.
we're gonna start calling that the rim job, I think. Yeah.
The giveaway should have been all the tortoise all over, because I think that looks stupid.
I love the tortoise. Is anybody that's in the community that knows, and you all own like several TT guitars, and the worst problem you have is trying to figure out which one to play.
Mhm.
But like I told you, I'm getting rid of all my. I told you a long time ago, I'm getting rid of all my other shit, and that's all I play is Texas Toast guitars.
And the
So
57?
so you will see this one.
I'll
No, not the
hold on.
57.
I'll hold on.
Oh, good call. I'm not
Yeah.
getting rid of my 57.
Well, but that one hasn't been in like play rotation.
No,
for
it
a while,
hasn't been
so,
played in
yeah.
a long time. Anyway, you will see this one. You'll see the prostitute, and you'll see my Billy
Mhm.
Bow that I made in the Wood Beers
It's Wood, Sweat, and Beers.
Sweat
Yeah.
Beers workshop that you all should do if you haven't done, because what you just witnessed right now, this is a family. Texas Toast is a family.
So,
Do it, Matt.
what?
Jimmy Devine said he just got here. Hold it up.
Oh,
Let's see it.
so this is the new Challenger Deluxe, the JJJ edition. And guys, if you want one of these, and who doesn't, we have a deal going right now for through the end of August. We have a deal going where for $100 down, you can get in on the action pre-sale event for this guitar. Because I think this guitar is so cool. I want to start making these. I want this to be something that is a special edition, but regular edition, special edition. They're all custom because it's just me and Chris. So yeah.
Unbelievably cool.
It's
Yes.
very, very cool.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Guys, you killed us. You knocked it out of the park. Chris, Matt, thank you so much.
Well,
Thank
Spent
all of
extra
you.
time on this guitar.
What's that?
I spent extra time on this guitar just for you.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna come over there and give you another hug, Fesker, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Big wet kids.
Man, oh man, I am blown away. Blown away.
But you haven't even seen the case yet. So yeah. Do we even have a case for this thing?
No, we probably do.
Okay, yeah. All right. So yeah, so
It's right
so
here.
guys, if you want to get in on the action of that cruddy gig bag, if you guys want to get in on the action and get your own Challenger Deluxe, and you don't even have to have
all the money up front.
yeah. So excellent, and I'm looking forward to making a lot more of these. So Jim,
So everybody, get your hands on one of these. This guitar is mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. I told Brian and I were sitting here last weekend and it wasn't even finished yet, and I was watching Chris wire it up. I'm like, holy Christ, this thing is stunning, absolutely stunning. You need one of these. If you're gonna buy a Texas Toast guitar, you need one of these.
it's really,
so
really neat.
freaking
Yeah.
cool. Oh my
And we're
god.
gonna number the first 5, 1 through 5, right?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. And they'll come with they come with a certificate of
That one's
authenticity. Yeah.
Yeah.
001.
Yeah.
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 So Jim, I think we gotcha.
Yeah, you rung me out.
So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get out of here and get down to some serious libations.
Can we go to the upright lounge?
Yeah, we can go to the upright. So why don't you take us home, Jim? Let everyone know what you want everyone to know.
Hey y'all, I want you to stay healthy, happy, love the ones you love, and play a very cool guitar and make it a Texas Toast guitar. How's that?
Outstanding. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
So, hey, everybody, this is Matt and Jim and everybody here at Texas Toast Guitars reminding you that life is short. You might as well have a cool guitar. Have a great weekend, everybody. We will see you next time. There we go.